Welcome to Martins Monday Moanings, where I moan on a Monday. I try so hard. Sometimes. I feel like a disappointed mom. A disappointed mom of a just pre-adult child, like late teens. Kid walks in, burps, farts, says something ridiculous, and the mom just sits there, clutches a warm cup of tea, and thinks to herself, I tried so hard with this one, and this is what I get. I feel like that. I feel like a disappointed mom so much of the time, because I really do try hard. As much as I trash a bunch of people on this podcast, I try to defend a lot of what's going on in a lot of ways as well. Like the feminist movement. In the 1970s, the feminist movement started, and it included a lot of equality sort of fighting. Women were trying to have equal opportunity and some sort of equity in life. And it included a lot of sexual liberation in the 1970s, which coincided with improvements in contraception. And there's a lot of argument now that that's gotten too extreme, right? It's too extreme. OnlyFans, everyone's an OnlyFans girl. This is the sexual liberation of women going too far. I don't think so. I think that as much as OnlyFans, like everything else, has its problems, and women choosing to use their sexual nature or their bodies or whatever to create some sort of income for themselves, I don't think this is a disparaging thing. I think this is something that has taken that power away from some gross old fat porn king who's making money off of women's bodies for the sexualization of them. And then women have power and control over that themselves. So overall, it's quite a good thing. But then every now and then, something will happen, and I go back to being that disappointed mom clutching a cup of tea like I tried so hard. A week or two ago, there was outroar because there was a female content creator who was creating her semi-sexualized content at Disneyland. I tried so hard. At Disneyland. Now, how am I going to defend that? It's Disneyland. There's a bunch of kids everywhere. Why are you posting booty pics from Disneyland? I couldn't help but think one thing. I'm going to get so much hate for this. But you can only say, sluts will be sluts. Sluts will be sluts. You know, you're going to have OnlyFans. It's going to be a regular thing. You're going to be able to normalize that. And then you're going to have a small marginal percentage where you're going to say to yourself, sluts will be sluts. I'm turning into a bro-motivational speaker here. Have you seen, like, there's so many motivational speakers on Instagram now. And these people are motivational speakers, right? There's a lot of their real content comes from them speaking at some sort of event that they charge people to come into. It's like, oh, you know, I bought 10 investment properties by the time I was 30. I made all this money. You can look like me and be rich like me. You just got to want it. You just got to do more. You got to do this. You got to do that. It's what I call a bro-motivational speaker. But if they were really honest with, first of all, this motivational speaker that I saw this week, he said these words. He said, he asked the audience, are you a Ferrari or are you a Ford Taurus? If you're a Ford Taurus, keep eating pizza and cheeseburgers. First of all, if you're going to use a car analogy, know something about cars. You can have a Ferrari. You can give it all the right things. The human equivalent of water, broccoli, brown rice, and skinless chicken breasts. It'll still fail you. It'll still break down. And this isn't me hating on Ferrari. That's just something about Ferrari. That's just how it goes. Say, are you a Ford Taurus or are you a Porsche? Also, what's wrong with a Ford Taurus? It's a pretty good car, I guess. I don't know. We don't have any here, but still, it doesn't seem that bad. This is his analogy about how to keep your bodies in shape. And I've got all of these different things about how people can become successes in life, their motivation. But if they were really honest with you, they'd say to you, listen, this is how I did it. I got enough money from a friend who was actually genuinely mildly successful. I managed to get some money from him, and I rented a swanky car, and I rented a Rolex watch and a good outfit. I bought one good suit, rented a watch, wore a t-shirt in the suit, so I didn't even have to buy a shirt because that somehow looks even cooler. I'm not saying it doesn't. It actually does look cool. I like that. But then I hired a film crew or a video crew or a photo crew, just some guys with cameras. We even did it on iPhones for a while, whatever. We didn't have the budget. And we posted a bunch of content that made me look like I'm super successful. And then I sold tickets for me to go and talk shit to all of these people. And I sold my course online for how to be rich and successful like me, a guy who rented a car for one day. And then I made my money like that. That's how I made my money. Con artists. I spoke earlier about being that disappointed mom. And I think why I was so distinctly specific about it being like that pre-adult, late teen that you're disappointed in. There's no such thing as a disappointed mom in a young kid. There's no such thing. Everything that their child does is the best that any child has ever done, ever. It's the single best child, genius, perfect everything ever. You'll go to someone's house, their kid will be running around like a hooligan and be like, oh, there's my little genius. He's so smart. He's so smart. And you go, oh, hey, little buddy, what's your name? He looks up at you and he's like, Uncle. Then runs around screaming. I'm like, yeah, next Elon Musk, that one. That's, his name's Uncle. It's not his name. Then he'll just shout, chicken nuggets, run around screaming. It's going to be a huge success. And you see moms posting all the time for their kids' schools, like early high school, right? And they'll share a post from the school where the school did a video at an athletics day, a gala day, and the kids are singing on the grandstand. And they'll type in the caption, this is energy, this is spirit. Like they're more proud of their kid's school than their kid is proud of the school. Kid hates the school, but they are so proud of the school. It's the best, which you kind of get because it costs them a lot of money. You better be, at least make yourself feel like you're getting a lot of value out of what you're spending all that money on the school. And they're like, this is energy, this is spirit. And I always think to myself, no, this is herd mentality. This is what happens when a few kids are standing next to another group of kids who are screaming and shouting at the other kids. It's like, oh, well, I'm going to scream and shout at the other kids too. It's called herd mentality. It happens all the time. It's not school spirit. It's kids giving themselves laryngitis for no reason. That's what that is, that you're sharing on social media. But hey, be proud of your kids' school. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. This is all a joke. People have forgotten what satire is. They've forgotten what parody is. Exaggeration. Have you not watched a scary movie? The Scary Movie franchise. Everything's so exaggerated. That's what makes it funny. Tired. I'm tired of all of this. It's a Monday. It's a public holiday. I'm tired of everyone's nonsense. People are saying we need a war. Like a big war. We've got enough wars. I don't think we need a war. But someone said recently that we need a zombie apocalypse. That's what we need. I think there's a lot of men who fantasize about zombie apocalypses regularly because they've played video games or they've watched a bunch of zombie movies, whatever. And it's for the same reason that a lot of these types of guys join the army. Because it's like, I want to be able to murder people, but I want it to be okay. I'm not saying that's everyone in the army. I understand defending your nation. It's an admirable thing. Thank you for your service. But some people, you can't say there's not one or two who are there because they're like, I want to murder people and have it be okay. Not a big deal. I think that's the same thing that a lot of these people fantasize about a zombie apocalypse. And we're in the strangest generation of people. We're in such a weird place in human history, because if we were to have a zombie apocalypse, we would be facing zombies as the most sensitive people in the world on social media. Everyone is so sensitive about every little thing. Their opinion is the most important, and it's the most absolute opinion, and there's no nuance in their opinion at all, etc., etc. But if there were a zombie apocalypse, we can all think that we would be a doomsday preparation guy, go find a big Jeep, put a bunch of lights on it, and get some cool guns and stuff, and then drive around shooting zombies. The cool movie thing. But what would actually happen is that we would be in our homes, social distancing from zombies, learning how to make banana bread. It's exactly what we do. We've been through this before. COVID wasn't zombies, I understand. But we'd be in our homes, social distancing, and we'd still be at work on Zoom. We'd be on Zoom calls for work. I'd possibly be like a Monday 9 a.m. meeting. You're like, dude, there's zombies outside. No, we've got work, bro. We've got to come to work. I'd be that boss. That'd be me. Now, guys, we're still working. If you have zombie fever, don't come into the office. If you don't, we've got generators so that you can still work even when there's load shedding. But people would just social distance and make banana bread. And there'd be zombies outside, and your estate would send an email to everyone saying, hey, if any of your friends are zombies, because we'd have to be PC and accept the zombies as well. If any of your friends are zombies, please go and meet them at an outside thing, or we've designated a specific zombie area where you can get tested for zombie-titis. As you come out, you get tested for zombie-titis to see if you will be allowed back in the estate. And sometimes you've got friends who are on crystal meth, and they'll come over and they're going to think, oh, shit, zombie, and they might get shot. They might get shot, but that's the risk you take when you take meth. And these same social distances, these same people are the coolest guys in the gym, the ones who are shadowboxing in between sets. So cool. So cool. Shadowbox in between sets. You know, do your UFC, knee rise, kick, step back, cover your face, all of that, back to leg extensions. Don't do that in full view of the whole gym. Go shadowbox by the heavy bags in the corner. There's boxing bags there. Go there. Punch them. Cool. Don't shadowbox by the leg machine with your, oh man, I got this. Shimmy, shimmy. UFC leg rise and then leg extensions. I'm Marco Martins. Happy public holiday. Good luck with the rest of your week.